In triathlon, you get this one shot for the biggest race of the year. And for me, like, I want to race the best and I want to try and do my best at the world stage. It's definitely hard to qualify for Kona. I need to win in order to get my spot, so that's what I'm here to do.
IRONMAN is a community rooted in the belief that each of us is capable of more than we dared to dream. It is a family, or ohana, of people from all over the world who are connected by the desire and dedication to learn what the body and mind are capable of. Every October, the tranquil village of Kailua, Kona is transformed into the bustling venue of the iconic IRONMAN World Championship. For long-distance triathletes, this is the holy grail of the sport. Amateur and professional athletes from around the world have spent months or years trying to qualify for Kona. Just to have earned a spot at the starting line by finishing an Ironman race at the top of their age group is the achievement of a lifetime. For the pros, Kona is the stage of all stages. The whole world is watching as they battle the legendary course, conditions, and competition. In the Ironman Quest for Kona Season 3, fueled by Gatorade Endurance, we capture the personal journeys of 5 athletes as they set their eyes on qualifying for the ultimate endurance challenge, the 2019 Vega Ironman World Championship. Lauren Brandon has been racing as a pro triathlete for 9 years. A former Division I swimmer for the University of Nebraska, Lauren competed in the 2008 Olympic trials in the 800 and 400. When her pro triathlete boyfriend, Barrett, introduced her to the sport in 2009, she was excited about the new athletic challenge and dove into it, earning her pro card by the end of her first year competing. Since then, Lauren has firmly established herself on the pro Ironman scene.
So I started swimming at the age of 5, and by the time I was 10, I was ranked 2nd in the nation in the 100 fly. I was swimming before school, after school, in 5th grade, so it was a lot from the beginning. When I met my husband in college, he had actually just gotten his pro card. I remember him telling me he's a professional triathlete, and I thought that was just the coolest thing, but I had no idea what that entailed. Triathlon at first, really, I was focused on short course racing and try and make the Olympic team. I think in 2015, I decided to step it up to 70.3.
Lauren became intrigued with Ironman racing after watching the coverage of the Ironman World Championship in Kailua, Kona. But her real breakout race happened in Cozumel, where she finished 2nd, kicking off her Kona campaign for 2017. Lauren didn't just make it to Hawaii that year. She made a huge splash in the front of the race.
You have to experience it because you don't know what it's going to be like. You know, I had a great race for the most part. There were definitely a lot of positives. I was 2nd out of the water. I was 3rd off the bike, and it was exciting. Like, I think if you looked at me, I had a huge smile on my face because I was like, wow, this is awesome. Then it was all downhill. I don't remember a lot of those last 16 miles. I want to have a race that I can be proud of there. I do believe that I can get on the podium at the Ironman World Championship. I think that I still am progressing, I'm still getting stronger.
The important part of that race was her showing that she can be at the front, she can push the pace, she can affect the dynamic of the race. And I think that was a huge confidence builder for her. I think one of Lauren's biggest strengths is that every workout is important. That tenacity and that ability to do that over time has contributed a large part to her success. We're a team. We succeed together and we can fail together. And I think that early in my career, Lauren worked 3 jobs to support while I was racing ITU. This job came at the perfect time. I can help support. I still get to be in the industry and be a part of a sport that I love. It's also really exciting for me to see Lauren succeed. I mean, there's nothing that I want more than that to happen.
Quest for Kona is brought to you by Gatorade Endurance, formulated for farther. Boulder, Colorado sits over a mile high at the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. It blends the energy of a college town and the natural beauty and outdoorsy ethos of a mountain playground. A number of pros live and train here year-round, and the annual IRONMAN Boulder and IRONMAN Boulder 70.3 are 2 of the most popular races on the circuit. Lauren's coach, Julie Dibbins, lives here, which is one of the reasons she's targeting IRONMAN Boulder to earn her spot in the 2019 Vega Ironman World Championship.
Really happy, right? All of it. Thanks for being awesome. Hey, Ryan. So I raced Ironman South Africa, and I didn't get my Kona spot. I was 1 person away. Obviously I wanted to do another Ironman to try and get my spot. And just kind of looking at the races and talking with my coach, we decided why not come to Boulder since she's here, do a little training camp, and race Ironman Boulder at the end of the training camp. So yeah, I've been here for 4 weeks now, and things have been going well. I got a little bit of an injury after Ironman South Africa, so I haven't really been running. But besides that, I'm still fit and I've still gotten in a good bit of training. I've never raced at altitude, so I was a bit nervous about that. And yeah, it's been great being able to see all the bike course. The bike course actually runs right outside where I'm staying, and I've been able to ride all the roads multiple times. So, I know a lot more of what to expect on race day, which is great. And yeah, it does give me a little bit more confidence for sure. Going to Kona is really important. I want to race the best people in the world, and I want to have a good race at Kona. I guess that's kind of my dream in this sport, and why I keep doing it is because I think I can do well there. Ironman Kona is like no other race that I've ever been to. In triathlon, you get this one shot for the biggest race of the year. It's definitely hard to qualify for Kona. You can't use your 70.3s to help you get points towards Kona, or you can't have just kind of a few average races. I mean, you have to have a great race on the day, and so it definitely puts a little bit more pressure on you. Yeah, I was hoping to get my spot at South Africa, and I was 1 person out, and so now coming into Boulder, I know that I need to win in order to get my spot, so that's what I'm here to do.
Running through her pre-race checks, Lauren is feeling relaxed. She hears a familiar voice over the transition area loudspeakers. It is announcer Mike Riley, also known as the voice of Ironman, giving athletes last-minute instruction and encouragement. The next time she hears his voice will be at the finish line.
When I got to transition, we got there pretty early, so I was relaxed and thought I had plenty of time to get everything done. And I always get super nervous though when I walk into transition because everyone's getting their stuff set up and Mike Riley's on the loudspeaker, so everything just kind of gets you in race mode, and I definitely get pretty nervous, but excited nervous. It's a good nervous.
IRONMAN Boulder Swim Course is a single-loop 2.4-mile swim in calm waters framed by mountain views. Lauren is careful not to go out too hard. She needs to control her breathing at this altitude. She's not used to swimming at a mile high. She finds a rhythm and begins passing the pro men after the turnaround buoys.
As I started catching pro men, I just kind of make it a little game and see if I can catch the next pro guy.
Lauren hits the boat ramp in 48:43. That time will be the fastest of the day among women and men. The IRONMAN Boulder Bike Course is 2 loops touring Boulder County. Racers face shorty, punchy climbs, swooping descents, and long flats. Lauren is sticking to the race plan Coach Julie gave her.
I felt really good on the bike all day. I knew that I wanted to, go kind of have a smooth first loop. So I knew the second loop, especially with those hills, would be a bit tougher. So Julie and I had talked about just being a little bit calm on the first loop and not going too crazy. There's a couple out and backs where I was able to see where about other women were, and I knew that I was having a good ride, and my goal was to have at least a 20-minute gap. I knew with runners like Leslie Smith in the field, I needed at least that in order to win.
Lauren hits transition 2 with a bike split of 4:38.06. She has a solid lead over Leslie Smith, a much faster runner. But anything can happen in a marathon. The IRONMAN Boulder Marathon Course tours leafy residential neighborhoods and the spectator-friendly Boulder Creek Trail before finishing on downtown's 13th Street. The early miles are uphill, and Lauren's heart rate shoots sky high. After a few miles, she finds her breath and rhythm. She gets a lift from the cheering crowds lining the course. But when she reaches a quieter stretch of the course at the half-marathon mark, she starts to struggle.
In your head, you keep thinking that something can go wrong. I mean, if you start walking, someone can catch you really quickly. So I was never comfortable. I still, was worried that something would happen and that I would still get past. So yeah, I was just kind of still running nervous the whole time.
It's the moment when all the pain falls away. The first sign of the finisher chute can bring a flood of emotions. It represents a journey well traveled and a job well done. Lauren's 3:36.32 run split is enough to hold off the fast-charging runners. She has won her first Ironman, and in course record time.
You are the 2019 Ironman Boulder Women's Champion, Lauren.
Moments after breaking the tape, a friend places a Hawaiian lei around her neck. She's done it.
Getting to that finish line and, finally seeing the tape and knowing that I was going to get my first Ironman win and get my Kona spot, I was absolutely elated. I've been racing for 9 years, and this was my 3rd race ever to win. Wins don't necessarily come often, and you really just want to try and enjoy that experience. After Kona last year, I was just kind of thinking about quitting, and I don't know if I want to do this sport anymore. So, you think about all those things, and then you get this awesome win. You're like, oh, okay, finally, Yeah, first Ironman win. So.
In future episodes of the Ironman Quest for Kona, fueled by Gatorade Endurance, watch 5 athletes as they attempt to qualify for the 2019 Vega Ironman World Championship. Follow us on our Facebook Watch channel, Ironman Now, for full race week coverage.